Hi all and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay. I've got a couple of stories to bring you today, and funnily enough, unlike the last 2 days of it being McLaren, this is Red Bull and Mercedes. So something a little bit different, but I'm going to start off with what Christian Horner had to say about pinpointing Sergio Perez's turnaround in 2023. So, Christian Horner believes he knows the moment Sergio Perez's Red Bull season disintegrated. Sergio Perez got off to a strong start in 2023, but later on in the year, Perez seemed to lose his confidence. Christian Horner has said that the Miami Grand Prix was the point at which Sergio Perez's 2023 season crumbled, claiming that Perez's form disintegrated when they made their way back to Europe for the Monaco Grand Prix. Perez looked to be strong in the title fight after following up his second win in the space of 4 races with a pole position in Miami, but despite starting 9th on the grid, teammate Max Verstappen took the top step of the podium with a sensational drive. Perez was then forced to settle for scraps, and his form derailed even further after the summer break with costly errors in Japan, Qatar and Mexico, which in turn caused a debate about his future with Red Bull. At the checkered flag in Abu Dhabi, he was 290 points behind Verstappen in the championship standings. Horner told Motorsport.com, "The first 4 or 5 races he was very, very strong, and it was really after Miami that I think that was a big psychological blow for him, losing that race. Then off the back of that, Monaco Q1 making a mistake. You know, confidence is such a vital thing in this sport, and I think that momentum that he built up because his races in Saudi and Azerbaijan were truly outstanding disappeared. I mean, in Azerbaijan he had the clean sweep with a sprint win and the Grand Prix itself. So by the time we headed back into Europe, it started to disintegrate for him, and then there was sort of peaks and troughs. I mean, he drove, for example, a brilliant race in Monza, made a great call in Zandvoort in the wet, and then unfortunately mistakes started to creep in as he put more pressure on himself." Horner did touch up on Perez's return to form towards the end of the season after the opening lap incident at his home race in Mexico. Perez seemed to rediscover his consistency, finishing in the top 4 at each of the final 3 races of the season. Horner continued, "But what was good to see is him pick his form up again at the end of the season, and of course to achieve second place in the championship, something he's never done, something we've never done, to achieve a 1-2 finish." I take it Christian will go back with this data or his findings and have a little word in Sergio Perez's ear about this upcoming season, and I should imagine Sergio Perez is a little bit concerned at the moment, because it turns out that Helmut Marko has now extended his time with Red Bull by another 3 years on a new contract, so he's going to have to be on his toes this year, that's for sure. But sticking with Red Bull and moving on to Mercedes at the same time, George Russell and Christian Horner are both in agreement on one thing ahead of the 2024 F1 season, with both believing the title race will be tighter than recent years. The Red Bull team principal enjoyed another special season in 2023 as Max Verstappen won his 3rd championship and in partnership with Sergio Perez claimed another constructors title. The team failed to win all but one race last year, which was September Singapore Grand Prix, where Ferrari's Carlos Sainz took the checkered flag. But with 2023 now behind them, 2024 is a chance for each team to reset as they try to match or even surpass Red Bull. Even if they were to claim victory again, Horner believes it will be much tighter this season. He said, "With such strong opposition as well as such strong teams and stable regulations, I am sure next year is going to be a lot closer, a lot tighter, and a different kind of challenge. This season, I doubt it will be repeated in my lifetime. It's the satisfaction of the whole thing coming together. All the departments, they have worked so hard, so tirelessly across all these races around the world with the challenges that are thrown at you. The different types of circuits, the different conditions, different strategies, and to see us having come through that and win 21 of the 22 races." Russell, on the other hand, claimed just 2 podium finishes in 2023 and finished 8th in the drivers' standings with 175 points, despite a tough year. Russell thinks his team has progressed over the past year and expects Mercedes and the other teams to push Red Bull much harder in the new season. Russell told The Telegraph, "I certainly think we're in a better place now than we were 12 months ago. We've been working towards our new car concept for a number of months. We've cross-checked everything 1,000 times and we're all very confident. There's no doubt Red Bull will start the season on top, but it's a long season. It starts earlier than ever and finishes later than ever. Things can change. For my part, I'm excited. I feel good within myself, and next year is a clean slate for everybody. I hope for a season where I can perform and get the results as I did in 2022, or at least maximise results as I did in 2022 also. My confidence hasn't been dented whatsoever." And funnily enough, Horner was full of praise for Toto Wolff and his team, as he expected them to be a force again. He said, "They, Mercedes, are a great team. They have had a really dominant period. They are obviously having a tougher time at the moment, but I'm sure they will be coming back fully motivated next year. We have no doubt about that. I'm sure the rivalry intensity will be just as strong as ever." And I bet he's not. I bet he's hoping that it's not as bad as it was in 2021 for Lewis and Max, the rivalry there. But I do really do want to see the teams much closer together. I'm not bothered which teams it is. I just want to see competitive racing. It's something that we're lacking massively in Formula One, but I did notice last year as well that a lot of teams were saying they were finding it harder to follow the cars again. And yet I thought these regulations were brought in to enable the cars to follow other cars closer without, losing downforce or their temperatures going through the roof and stuff like that. So I don't know quite what's happened there, but I do want to look at what regulations are going to be changed next year, and as soon as I've worked out exactly what's going on, I will bring that to you in another video. But anyway, until then, that's all I've got for you tonight. So if you do like what I do, please like and subscribe, and also press the notification bell so that you get those important warnings of my updates. And as always, thank you to everybody. Thank you for your comments. Honestly, they genuinely really do mean a lot to me. They blow me away. They really do. And I appreciate it massively. So thanks for sticking with me. And until the next time, take care.